Oh, hello and welcome back to another video on the JJ Think Tank. In this one I want to talk about two films that I watched relatively recently within the last few years. So I watched Loving Vincent at home with my family, I believe, with my sisters and my mother, and I think my dad was there as well, maybe, I can't remember. And then I saw The Peasants in London at the IMAX in Waterloo with a man and my mother. Well, my mother and her friend called Mark, who is half Jewish, half English man, and both of these films were amazing. I am in awe of what these artists can do and what these artists can achieve. I mean, wow, this is real cinema in my opinion. This is a new type of cinema that should be cherished, yes, and should be promoted rather than Hollywood and all this crap, yes. And I'll provide my reasons. They are valid reasons, because these films were based on thousands of copies of handmade art. This is how I understand the process that took place, yes, in order to produce these films. So the artists, I think the artists were from various countries in Europe, by and large. But I think most of the art was painted in Poland, I think. I'll need to read up on this, but you can check for yourself. And it was a collaborative attempt, yes, between different artists across the world or across Europe. I don't remember exactly. And they painted each kind of section from the film, and then all of these paintings were kind of assembled together in order to make a film. Yes, in order to make these films. And it was a great experience watching both of these films. It's a new type of cinema, yes. The images are beautiful to observe, to watch. Realism, yes. Cinema as realism, perhaps. I don't know. This is how I would term it at the moment, yes. Instead of computer technology, CGI, etc., these films were painstakingly made via the human process of art, yes, of painting, and then the cinematographers, they combined all of this art into a whole film. So here I'd like to go into my article in order to expand on this. So both films used painted animation technique, whereby initially the actors were recorded and shot, and then after each segment the frame was painted over to create a seamless oil painted animated visual effect with the help of animators. In the end, for Loving Vincent, over 65,000 frames were painted over to finally achieve the title of becoming the world's first fully painted film after much painstaking work. The film itself deals with the death of Van Gogh, where a young postman turns into an investigator who tries to decipher the truth behind Van Gogh's suicide. Regarding The Peasants, the same can be said for it. Yes, so production took 5 years, and they spent 200,000 hours in total working on a project. Unreal. I mean, the amount of patience required, the amount of dedication and patience to create this film is unreal. And it's a beautiful film. It really is a beautiful film. It's about Jagna, a beautiful young woman from Poland. She's the center of attention in a Polish village. Yes, all the men want her, and it shows the traditional way of life. Yes, in Poland, in the countryside. These feuds. Yes, these ongoing feuds. Yes, the plot was. It shows different seasons. how the seasons change. So from winter to spring to summer, and then back to autumn, and then to winter again. And the overall visual effect was beautiful. It was it was a slightly psychedelic experience, really, at IMAX. I remember it was an amazing experience, and I mean, for many viewers out there, perhaps these films might not be so interesting. Because a lot of cinema goers, their brains have been damaged by overstimulation, so they need this constant chaos, yes, in order to fuel their minds. They need these CGI effects, these this crazy stimulation in order for them to enjoy a film, I think. And this is why Hollywood is so popular. Yeah, popular. Yes, a lot of Hollywood films are popular because of this. Because there's a lot of action taking place, and this this incites the viewer to keep on watching. Yes. Well, these two films were more peaceful, we could say. Yes, the plots weren't so exciting. They show real life. Yes, real life realism, and I like realism. I think we need to return to realism because this will help us in the postmodern age. Yes, because we are being more and more divorced from reality, and this is not a good process. Yes, we need to be more in touch with reality and realism. And The Peasants was written Chłopy. It was written by a Polish author. What's his name again? I forgot his name. The Peasants film. The Peasants book. Władysław Reymont, exactly. From Władysław Reymont. He wrote this book, and this book is part of the realist movement in Poland, and the realist movement in general when we talk about literature. And I like these books. I like realist literature because they talk about real life. Yes, obviously I like science fiction as well. I like science fiction and some fantasy. Obviously Tolkien comes to mind, J.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, etc. But I like realism as well, realist literature. And this film and the book definitely falls under this category. So I highly recommend everyone to watch these films. They will definitely change your worldview, I think, and in a good sense as well. So the film about Van Gogh is also very, very interesting from the perspective of the plot, and from the perspective of analysing Van Gogh's life, because Van Gogh was a great artist. He painted many beautiful paintings. Yes. So the Peasants, actually, a lot of the paintings found within the film, a lot of the kind of scenes and snapshots are based on the paintings of Helmoński. Yes, Józef Helmoński. So he is a famous Polish painter, an artist, and this is one of his most famous paintings of a girl lying she's in a kind of in dreamland. Yes, and she's thinking of something. Yes. Yes, I got this from my auntie recently, and I like to look at these paintings. Very beautiful paintings. Here we've got a Polish rider on his horse. Here we've got nature, wild nature. Obviously you can't really see it, but I like to look at realist paintings. Russian, Polish, British, English. I like to look at these paintings. I think they really boost your mental health. And on Instagram recently I started following a lot of artists who share their paintings and I'm in awe of these artists. They are so talented. The beautiful paintings that they make. Yes, and I'd like to start painting again or drawing, because I remember as a child I drew a lot, and yes, my mother always says that I was a good painter drawer when I was a small kid. I painted or drew. I can't remember if I painted. I think I drew more often. I drew these little figurines, and these landscapes. So I want to go back to this. Perhaps get in touch with my childhood again. So yes, but obviously you need it. It's hard to find a time for everything, obviously. But anyway, yes, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it encourages you to watch these films. You won't. I think you won't regret it. 100% you won't regret watching these films. And yes, tell me what you think. If maybe if any of my viewers have watched the films already, tell me what you think. If you agree or not, and it will be interesting to know your thoughts. Yes, and yes. So once again, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, if you're a new viewer, subscriber, don't forget to like and subscribe. It will help me grow the channel and spread more vital information. I think will help a lot of people out there. And yes, take care.